Hello and welcome to Dr. Shonna's Teachable Moment. In this video, we're going to explore the topic of male ego fragility. This is a very, very important topic, especially since we're going to get this concept through the lens of a spiritual leader. Now, there's a video that I'm going to show you the clip with Reverend Dr. Lester Taylor of Community Baptist Church of Inglewood, New Jersey. The reason why I chose to interview Reverend Dr. Lester Taylor is because religion plays a very important role in the African American community. So it's so important for us to explore this topic through the lens of a pastor and to understand the dynamics that goes on within African American couples, especially those who are rooted and grounded with their spiritual beliefs.
Men get to adulthood and meet a woman who is independent, strong, and articulate, and educated with her own money, her own stuff. That's more of a challenge because we are built to be the protectors and the providers, and bring home the bacon and all that kind of stuff. But you need a woman who has her own bacon and really, don't need you to really do anything. She becomes more of a project than what men are willing to take on.
Now let's stop the video just to explore, just for a moment, what the Reverend Dr. Lester Taylor has stated. He said that when a man meets a woman who is independent, that woman who is strong, who has an education, she could take care of herself, she's doing not bad for herself. She has that aura that can be intimidating to certain men, especially if he doesn't feel he can meet her at her level. What he says is when a man comes across this kind of woman, he starts to see her as more of a project. See, men want to be seen as a man. Men want to be seen as a man who is respected, not only in the world, but most importantly, by his woman. And I'm not saying that women who are strong and independent and educated disrespect their men intentionally. But sometimes the stress that can happen in a relationship, especially if she is the breadwinner, if she is the one who is holding down the family, like I said in previous videos, it can change her perception of how she sees her partner. It's important for us to recognize when it comes to the dynamics between African American men and African American women, many of the African American women do not want to be the leaders in their family. They do not want to be the protectors and the financial providers. They want to feel taken care of. They want to feel protected. They want to feel like they can depend on their man for anything.
I don't think men would be as hesitant to go for a woman like that if a strong woman knew how frail the male ego is. No matter what. And I think the opposite is equally true. That the guy misses an opportunity because he doesn't realize that even though she's a strong woman and is a very accomplished woman, there's still a little girl inside of her that's waiting for her Prince Charming to come and rescue her from some aspect of life. I think we miss that because we get stuck on the exterior, we get stuck on the accomplishments, and we begin to project our own inferiority complex on the other person. And it looks like this. He'll say something like, I can never have a woman like that. She's out of my league. And she could be simply waiting for him to see beyond all that. Just see her. The opposite is true.
This video with Reverend Dr. Lester Taylor was a phenomenal video. I absolutely appreciated and enjoyed everything he had to say in this video because he covered both the dynamics of the male ego fragility, as well as the emotionally wounded inner child. You see this dynamic plays out in both the couples I previously interviewed. That is Jenny and Joseph and Lorraine and Gervais. If you have not seen those videos, I highly suggest that you watch it, because what Reverend Dr. Lester Taylor did was describe both dynamics we seen going on in that video. With Jenny and Joseph, it was the inner child who was showing up in the relationship. Jenny happened to have been the breadwinner during that time, early on in her marriage. She was the one who was working and providing for the family financially, and still had to come on and do her motherly role and her wife role, taking care of the household, making sure it was clean, the children were taken care of, homework was done, food was prepared. All of this stuff started to weigh down on Jenny and caused her a lot of psychological stress. And she started to show up in a light that wasn't respectful in her husband's eyes. And that's pretty much what Reverend Dr. Lester Taylor is speaking about, where he says the woman wants her knight in shining armor. She wants someone who can protect her. She doesn't want to have to play that leading role that society has systematically set up for her. And he doesn't want to play that role where he feels like he doesn't have power or authority in his relationship, or that he cannot meet her needs because she's a woman that appears on the outside that she has everything she can ever need or want. But see, what's happening between the two dynamics, the emotionally wounded inner child and the fragile male ego, what is happening when these two get together in a relationship is we're not seeing the inner wounds that exist within our partners. We're looking at an adult. But truthfully, what is showing up are internal wounds that is controlling the relationship. So I think this video is so phenomenal, and I'm so glad that I get an opportunity to talk about it with you. I'm so glad that we really get an opportunity to listen to what our religious leader in the community has to say about what he sees in his couples, because they are in alignment with what I see in my couples. And that says a lot. It says a lot when it comes to African American marriages.